Hello, I'm going to show you how to do a secure high back carry with a woven wrap, and I'm going to show you two variations to bring baby onto your back. Okay, so this is a really great carry to learn when you're new to back carrying or if you're already experienced, but it's quite an easy one to start with because it's very secure the whole time and your baby's quite high up on your back so you can monitor your baby. I would recommend you have already some experience wrapping on the front so you understand how the fabric works, how the tension works before you start bringing your baby on your back. I recommend for baby to have full head control, but if you want to start earlier you can, but I would really advise you talk to a sling consultant like myself about safety and making sure you're monitoring airways. Okay, so let's get started. I've got my middle marker right here on my hip, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a knot so it's all nice and safe and it's really easy to bring baby onto my back. So I'm going to leave kind of that much room like that. I'm going to bring baby on my hip and I'm going to slide my baby into the pocket like this. And then here you want to already create a nice deep seat so that your baby's bum drop nice and low. Bring the fabric across the back like that, and then you kind of want one side of the fabric gathered at the neck and then one third gathered behind the knee here, and then one side spread across the back. The middle rail needs to be really nice and tight. Here we want the bottom rail to be gathered and not straight digging into the knee, so it's important to take your time to do that. You can retighten a little bit if you want, and when baby's quite close to you, I'm just going to pull my fabric strand by strand like that so I can tighten things a little bit more evenly. So you grab the rail on each side like this and then hold it in place. So I'm going to hold my knot, I'm going to bring my arm across my baby's back and I'm going to twist my baby onto my back. So it's all nice and safe. My baby's very tight in the wrap and it's knotted. Okay, and then here I'm going to bring my baby as high as I can so I can see their faces the whole time, and I'm going to retighten a bit more. You always create a bit of slack as you move your baby around in the fabric. That's normal, that's just what happens. So really make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, and then here I'm going to pin that tab between my knees to keep the slack from creating more of itself. Bring that tail over my shoulder, and here I kind of have two options. I can just leave this tail bunched and then bring it under the bum onto the other side, or if I want extra support I can spread it out. So you can spread out and then tighten here strand by strand to make sure it's even. Keep your tension and then bring the tail under the other leg. So we've got a leg pass now. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Give it a pull, and again either you go bunched across like that or you spread out. It's totally up to you how you like it. If it's quite warm I will say just leave it bunched so you're tightening in one layer. Otherwise 3 layers is fine, or you can even have just 2 layers, you choose. It's up to you. For bigger babies sometimes the more layered the more supportive it feels. Okay, so here I've got a size 6 wrap, so it's quite long for me. I've got quite a lot of tails, but that's okay. I'm just going to double knot here to keep it in place. If you've got an even longer wrap, you might want to just like go and tie here. There's a fancy finish you can do with this carry. If you find this is digging and choking a little bit, we can do what we call the choke less finish, I would say. You bring this tail like this over and you pull down like that. That stops the knot riding up. Okay, it's really pretty. Okay, so that's the secure high back carry. It's very easy, very simple to do. You don't need to have too much experience to be able to do that. It's quite easy to do. Now I'm going to take baby out and I'm going to show you an alternative way to bring baby onto your back. So just gonna undo everything, zoop, and then pin one tail, bring the other one on the front. I'm gonna do the same, and maybe my baby is nice and tight and secure. I'm gonna loosen the tad, and I'm gonna swing baby back to my front, and that's it. Okay, you can do exactly the same, but without bringing the tail over your shoulder. You can do a torso start. You would bring baby around like this, and here you do a knot. So you can prepare your pouch, or you can just tighten around baby like this, and do your knot here. So bring the fabric through. Again, you're going to take your time and just tighten strand by strand. You might want to lift one leg, so we lift baby a bit higher up, like this, and then we just bring baby onto our back. So my baby is like in the torso carry at the moment, and I can just bring baby a bit higher up like this. Retighten, again, strand by strand, make sure it's really nice and tight, and then here, do the same. So we bring the fabric over, either you spread or you bunch. I'm just going to spread back to the front, and then same here. Like that. If you can, take your time. If you're really in a rush, doesn't matter so much. But make sure it's nice and tight. And then here I can tie here, or I can do my chocolate finish. Now some people prefer doing this version because they feel it distributes the weight a little bit more evenly. Some people prefer doing the other way. It's totally up to you, it doesn't matter. You might find that doing the one across body and starting on the hip, that brings baby a little bit higher up, but with this one you don't maybe feel as much pressure on the shoulders. It's very, very personal, so try both and see which one you prefer. I'm going to take baby out again. I'm going to remove, hold, and then I'm going to swing baby back to the front. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.